Okay guys, so the day is here. Today is the day. We're gonna get this thing loaded up, we're gonna get it on the trailer, and then we're gonna take a ride to Jensens and see what she can do. 2.5 to 3 years building this thing. I mean, I am full of emotion today. I'm super nervous. It's gonna be a great pleasure to see if this thing holds up or whether it blows up realistically. So stick with me while we put it on the dyno and see what she can do. Ready? Yeah. I'm nervous. She's in there getting stuff. I can go grab a snack quick. Oh. And then I gotta put gas in that.
What's up, buddy? Look at that douchebag right there, man. There's Marcus. The hitch bitch. Hey Marcus, what are you doing?
Tightening up.
Oh.
Such a pain. Hold that because Lucas is gonna pull up. What's that? Oh. Oh look, there's John's truck. Now I gotta.
You did it.
You didn't tell me where it was.
It wasn't like I was able to just say, there it is. Or did you need your stupid ass little thing to say, ah, you're there?
Would have helped.
Oh my god.
What? Oh my god.
Oh, I didn't tell you where it was.
Yo, easy, easy. You know what you're doing. You're a pro all of a sudden.
They probably turned in, dude.
Yeah, probably.
Alright guys, morning of. We're just about to pull up to Jensens and we'll see what this thing does.
We live!
Well, we'll see. It's a 15-gallon tank, so.
Twin turbo. Twin turbo.
That's a blow-through system, John. Nice. Sick. It's got the
So what we got going on here, John? Stupid is as stupid does?
Francis fixing a trans line.
Why is that? Because someone, what? What happened now? Hey Francis, how you doing down there, bud? I see you got your creeper there.
Cardboard.
Oh yeah. That's how you know you're from the sticks, man.
What's with the racial slurs?
I know you grew up. Stupid. Definitely stupid. Don't know about fast.
3,000. They already strapped it down. They place it, and you don't strap one down right, and it comes off, and then you're
The bye-bye garage door.
then you're famous in those stupid Dyno video things.
Oh yeah.
Just the fact that you sell something out of the box that somewhat fits, I'm impressed by it.
Yeah, and if it's multiple,
I've never seen that intake before. It's cool.
yeah, honestly, that was a pain in the butt because the map sensor's all the way against the firewall.
Yeah. It's almost like you want to plug it and just put the map sensor somewhere else.
So what happened was I originally bought a 2001 Corvette motor. It had the aluminum block, and it had like a, yeah, it had a stage 3 Brian something cam in it, and it was a nitrous motor. You see the, I think they were using a wet system. And I think they stress cracked the pistons because as soon as I put boost to it, I had an MSD Atomic on it, which I didn't like because it blew it up on me. And then I switched to this and I was like, screw that, I'm going back to HP tuners.
What is this, like an 80 something?
Yeah, 84 billet wheel.
The Williams manifold.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I've seen them before, not in person.
Yeah, there ain't nothing special. It's just got ARP rod bolts, the ARP head studs, the steel gaskets, the Ellisheim cam. It's got the valve springs to handle it.
Two-step controller just chilling there.
Yeah. That turbo sucking all that air in? Oh my god, dude. That's the last one or the same one?
301. What did it do?
Sounds better though. 301.
Try to keep everybody away from the motor.
Okay.
In line. If it blows up, shit goes that way usually.
Gotcha. It's not fun.
I doubt it'll blow up.
So stand back, guys. I think 65, 7. Sounds good. Watch out, Garth.
362.
362. Yeah, you hit the limiter on that one.
That ran a lot better.
It had to be, I'm gonna say like 450. Like 62.
What rather?
I honestly, I didn't. Whatever it does, it's probably in there somewhere. But I never 62. I never changed it. It's no, it won't be in the MSD. It'll be in the tune.
Yeah.
46.
Sweet. We're going in the right direction now.
How much boost was that?
I don't know.
Jerry, what's the sale?
That was and that was just from the plugs.
I don't think he has it. No,
Wow, big difference. 446 that time.
We're only like 9.5 pounds of booze.
Yeah, wow. That's a lot better. It just goes in my valve cover, dude. It's just a catch can setup. That's okay. I can fix that later. As long as it's not getting all over the floor and it's only that little bit, we're okay.
Well, it was like misting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he was on. You can see it. Like,
John hit 509. 509.
That's
how
awesome.
many of the boosts was it? About 14 pounds. About right. Gasoline we have is about where I want to start.
575.
Looking for 600.
No, I turned it down this one. He played with the fuel a little bit. We're running out of fuel. We were at 82% duty cycle on the injectors. Saw him out of fuel pump. That went way down. That went down like, it went up until probably about 4,500, and that's by ear, and then it dropped way down like 45.
Yeah, I was figuring it was running out of pump.
Alright.
That's what it is.
Yep.
I mean, it's not ideal. Yeah,
Well, I'm going to upgrade it.
Yeah, the ideal thing is that to build that pressure, it'll mess with your map a little bit. You're smart enough. You'll figure out how to kind of readjust it and make it right again.
Yep.
Fucking ran good.
Yeah.
It repeats, it runs good. What did it make that time?
584. Okay, so I want to talk about the last pull in the dyno there, okay? If you watch closely, what you'll see happen is the fuel pressure. It's a base fuel pressure of 58 pounds. So what happens is the regulator's a 1-to-1 ratio. So 14 pounds of boost, I should get 14 extra pounds of fuel pressure on top of my base fuel pressure. So as this thing starts to spool up and hits max boost, I should be around 72 pounds of fuel pressure if everything happens correctly. So what happened in the last pull was, even though we took the boost down to 14 pounds from 18, it made more power because Joe played with the fuel map a little bit. But as I watched the fuel pressure gauge, we hit roughly 4,500 RPM. It spiked to 72 and then dropped down to about 45 pounds of fuel pressure. So that tells us that I'm out of fuel pump And what I have in this right now is an air mode of 340, which apparently is not enough to flow for this system. So I either need to upgrade it to a bigger single pump or add a second pump, which I could possibly put it on to add it under boost, or just add an extra one on and leave it on all the time. Also, if you watch in the beginning, you'll see that the tires had a little bit of hop. At first we thought maybe the back wheel was bent, but after a while it started to straighten out. So we're thinking that because this car sat in my garage for, I don't know, 2.5 years, not always on its tires, but there was a good period of time where it was on the tires direct for a long time. So we're thinking that the drag radials actually developed flat spots, but after a few pulls on the dyno, that kind of smoothed out a lot. But I'm still going to do some things like, before the weekend comes, I want to get it up in the air, I want to let them rotate, I want to see if they're off balance, or if because I have a lug nut missing on the one side, if that's throwing it off, or if maybe the rim's bent. And then also there's a few other things I want to do. I got 2 gauges I want to fix, and also I'd like to get a filter for the front of the turbo and possibly remove the downpipe and reroute the exhaust either out the hood or do a side exit on the fender, because this thing is a pain in the butt. When we were changing the plugs on the passenger side of the engine, you have to remove the whole downpipe, and it's really a pain in the butt because it's really tight between the transmission. If you look in some of my earlier videos, you'll see the install. I had to actually cut a piece of it off because you couldn't get it in there once the engine was in. Those are things that I'm going to look at in the future, but currently 584 the wheels, sick, it held up, and I'm extremely happy. Stay tuned, we're going to do some street pulls hopefully this weekend if we get some decent weather here in PA, since it is snowing this week. But stay tuned, I can't wait. I'm going to do reactions, I'm going to do some pulls, and we're going to do some street racing.